All right, so today I have the newer version or the newest version of the Boulder 45, and that is specifically what they are calling it on the website because this is the Boulder Odyssey 45, but there's still the original, or one of the variations, I should say, of the original Boulder Odyssey 45 that you can get on a stainless steel bracelet. But that is the original style of the watch with a different dial and a different bezel. And the reason I'm bringing this to you today is because a few weeks ago, I reviewed the new 40mm Odyssey called the Freediver. And at the time, I didn't know that this piece, this new 45mm, was going to be released. And I was like, wow, I really wish they had sent that along so I could show the size difference and just some the differences, between the two of them. So I'll be able to do that here today. I will show you on screen here just, a quick walk around and difference between the 45mm and the 40mm, but I do want to concentrate on this 45mm Odyssey. This is all brand new, or, well, I shouldn't say all brand new, because a lot of things are the same. Your biggest difference is going to be that dial and that bezel insert. But before I get into all of that, let me tell you that they have 4 different color variations of this piece. This one is the Pacific Blue, as they are calling it. And, Pacific Blue, Ocean Blue, it definitely has that, I want to say teal aquamarine color to it. It is not a deep royal blue. It is a sunburst pattern on the outside, and then you have that textured middle area. Very attractive looking in my opinion, and I really, really love this shade of blue. You can also get it in Silver Wave, a dark meteorite, and then a reef green, which is kind of close to the green of the Freediver that I reviewed. So let me go ahead and give you your price and the specifications. Your price is the same as the Freediver, $649. Now, it was a little bit cheaper. I talked about it in the last video. When I did the Freediver, there was like a pre-order / launch price, and that was, about 150 bucks cheaper. But now, if you want one brand new from the Boulder website, you're going to pay, well, you'll pay $649, except if there's a pop-up that comes up on here, you can get $30 off. So, 30 bucks off, a little bit cheaper, but that is going to be your price. Your full specifications are 45.5mm stainless steel case. You're looking at a 9015 Miyota 9015 automatic movement, 500 meters of water resistance, a screw down crown, of course, when you have that much water resistance. As I said, you have that new dial pattern going on, 120 click unidirectional bezel, and this one does have that sapphire insert, and it is loomed as well. You're looking at the double dome sapphire crystal, and it does have that inner AR coating. Integrated quick release bracelet with 6 adjustment holes in that push button lock clasp. 16.2 millimeters in case thickness, so this is a chunky monkey. 22mm lug size, 52mm lug to lug. On this bracelet unsized, 235 grams, and if you do want to size the bracelet, as I imagine most of you will, because it's a pretty large bracelet, it does use screws, so grab a screw and grab a screwdriver and size that up pretty quickly. And then you do have a screw down case back as well, and these are limited to 200 pieces between the colors. So on screen here, I'm going to show you the difference here between this and that 40mm, and we could just talk about it here briefly. The biggest difference you're going to notice is going to be that this is all brushed stainless steel and the Freediver is blasted. This obviously has the sapphire insert. The Freediver has the ceramic bezel insert. And then, of course, the dials are different. You can see the difference here of the dials between the new Odyssey 45mm and the Freediver. Everything else is going to be the same, obviously, except the size. Now, this one does have the helium release valve, though, as well, because it's 500 meters water resistance. But I like to concentrate, or I want to concentrate on a few things. One, I just want to talk about this color, that hue of blue. I just think it's very attractive, and I really, really like that shade of blue that they chose for this piece. Two, I'm not usually a fan, I have to say, of sapphire crystal inserts, sapphire bezel inserts. But I really like this one. Mostly, I think I like it because it's flat. It's not domed or anything like that. It's flat. I like the way they inset this into the bezel. Very, very attractive in my opinion. The new dial layout in general for this piece, love it. It's clean, it's simple. I don't think any of the logos or texts are too big. I like the new rectangular indices all the ways around. This is a very attractive dial, and especially in this blue. I haven't seen any of the other colors in person, but this blue kills it in my opinion. Now there's something though that I didn't notice until I got this piece in hand. And the difference between, there is a difference, a big difference in my opinion, between this 45mm Odyssey and that 40mm Freediver. And it has to do with the bezel, and it does not have to do with the insert. And if you take a look here, you can see that you have the same kind of cutouts on the sides of the bezel for where you're going to grip. But you'll notice that the 40mm Freediver has that extra line going through it. And you wouldn't think that that would add that much extra grip, but it does. It is much easier to grab and rotate that bezel on the Freediver than it is on this 45mm piece. And that's a little weird to me because, you know, this is 500 meters water resistant. It's, you know, super diver, if you will. And it's odd that they put less grip on this bezel than they did on the 40mm Freediver, which is 300 meters water resistance. Now, for those of you that are not familiar, this is a refresh, like I said, of the Boulder Odyssey, but it's the next Genesis, the next evolution. But another big thing that they got rid of, which I am so happy that it is finally gone, is that rehat that was on the inside of the original. You know, the original, I'll show a picture here on screen so you guys know what I'm talking about. The original had, you know, kind of like that Panerai submersible style bezel. And then it had that rehat in there, and you could see the wording. You know, it kind of looked like the Rolex on the, you know, DSSD. And it was just, I just didn't like it. And, you know, with this case design, this, you know, nice chunky angular case design that looks a lot different. And then you kind of had to go and put those elements in from those other watches. And it almost made it took such a nice watch and was kind of making it look a little gimmicky, a little too homagey. This one now sets itself apart from all of that. Now, they're still selling that original one, that original style on the website. I don't know how many that they have left, but this one definitely sets itself apart. As I said, you do have quick release pins on the bracelet here. You do have screw links, so easy to size. No ratcheting extension clasp, just like on the Freediver. You have a very, very nice, it's a standard clasp, but it's a nice push button, flip lock clasp, 6 adjustment holes, works very nicely. I love how this looks on here. You know, the screw down crown is easy to use, no problems there. On my 7.5-inch wrist, yes, I could wear this watch, no problem, but it is much larger than I wear these days, and it is a chunky watch. But here's what I like. I like what Boulder is doing. I like the fact that, hey, you know, the trend seems to be, you know, 40 and 41mm vintage style pieces and just, you know, going down in the sizes. Years ago, I remember the sizes just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Now they're going down. But what Boulder's doing is they have something for everybody. You know, you have watches from 36mm all the ways up to 45.5mm. Now you can go ahead and you can get a 40mm Odyssey, or if you still like the original, if you're a bigger guy or you just like bigger watches, you could still get the original, and they've also refreshed it and updated it as well. So I like what they're doing here. Of course, when it comes to lume, Boulder always does great lume. You'll see it sped up here on video. The lume is fantastic. So if you like lume, nothing to worry about. This is going to be a lume monster, as you can see. So overall, I like the new changes. I like the new refresh, but I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Do you like the changes, or, you know, do you wish that they did something a little bit different, or is this watch just not for you because it's too large? Whatever the case may be, let me know your thoughts on it down in the comment section below. I, of course, always like to hear from you guys. If you like this video, you know the drill. Give it a like, share it, comment down below. follow us, subscribe. What else am I supposed to say? Oh, hit that notification bell as well, and everything else that we're supposed to give you with the spiel here of just trying to keep these YouTube channels alive these days. No full review at watchreport.com because, yes, this is just basically a refresh, and I just did that 40mm freediver review a few weeks ago. But I did want to get this video up and show you a new look at this Boulder 45mm freediver and a little comparison with the did I say freediver? I meant the 45mm Odyssey, chunky, new sapphire, new dial, bracelet, watch, against the freediver. Okay, all joking aside, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next one.